Hello viewers, I welcome you all in my channel BioHub. Today again we have to cover two steps of crop production. So I thought of starting the video from the field. In today's video, we have to cover last two steps in the process of crop production. And in one of those steps, this simple looking agricultural implement sickle has a very important role to play. So come on viewers, let's learn biology.
Students, we are on chapter number 1 and we are covering this chapter part-wise. Today, we have to cover its 6th part, and in this part, we are going to know about two very important steps in the process of crop production, and these are step number 8, which is about harvesting, threshing, winnowing, and step number 9, storage. The learning objective of this video is that after watching this video, the meaning of harvesting, threshing, winnowing and storage should be clear to each one of you. This chapter is divisible into 5 parts. We are already through with part 1. Second part is about methods of crop production, and here also we have covered up to protection from pests and diseases. And today we have to know about harvesting, threshing, winnowing and storage. Let's have a quick look on the picture map of steps of farming or crop production. So these are the 9 steps in the process of crop production. And today, Mr. Scarecrow is also here to give company to us. We have covered up to step number 7, and for detail you can watch my videos on these parts. They are available on my channel BioHub. Today our focus is step number 8. In this, we are going to see about 3 agricultural practices, and these are harvesting, threshing and winnowing. And step number 9 is about storage of harvested produce. Yes students, step 8 और 9 को कवर करने से पहले मैं आपको फार्मर की फील्ड में ले चलती हूँ और देखते हैं कि जो फसल पक गई है वो कैसी दिखती है और फील्ड कैसी है. See, this is how the farmer's field look when the crop is ready to harvest. And this farmer has got a bumper crop. This is Mr. Scarecrow. It also has a very significant role in protecting the crop from birds. Now our crop, which is there in the field, is ready to harvest. So come along, stay tuned till the end and explore these 2 steps along with your facilitator. Step number 8 in this, I have included harvesting, threshing and winnowing. These are 3 agricultural practices. Harvesting. Harvesting is one of the important agricultural practice in which cutting and gathering of the mature crop is done. And for that, we have 2 types of tools. Small scale farmer, they are using sickle. This is the photograph of sickle. And this is the field here. Here also you can see a number of farmers, they are cutting the mature crop. They are harvesting the crop with the help of sickle. And large scale farmers, they have highly sophisticated agricultural machineries like harvester for cutting and some other purposes also. Harvester, which is visible in this picture. I do have basic agricultural tools at my place. So this is sickle. I can't go for a harvester, but I have a sickle and it is used by a small scale farmer while harvesting. Now harvesters are also of different types, and we have one harvester which is called as combine harvester. This giant machine is combine harvester. Combine harvester is a specially designed machine which not only help in harvesting the crop but also helps in threshing and winnowing in single step. So now students, we have seen harvesting. तो उसके बाद हमारा field वो कैसा दिखता है? Let's have a look of that also. कुछ ऐसा ही दिखता है ना, जब crop को काट लिया तो कुछ ऐसा दिखता है. What is left in the field after harvesting? Now you must be thinking कि क्या बचेगा? कुछ तो बचता है, कुछ है. Stubs. So what are these stubs? Stubs are the leftover parts of the crop plant. Student, pay attention to this picture. ये जो क्रॉप लगाई थी उसको क्रॉप को कट कर लिया. अब इसका थोड़ा सा बेसल पार्ट ऑफ द स्टॉक ये रह गया है. So this is stub and these are stubs. So the basal part of the crop which is still there in the field after harvesting, they are called stubs. अब इन stubs का farmer क्या करेगा या क्या करता है? I told you many times, our farmers are very wise. But यहाँ पे ये एक step है जहाँ पे हमारा farmer गलती कर जाता है. Stubs are burned to save time and prepare the field for the next crop quickly. And this is not a good practice at all. It is leading to environmental pollution. Second thing is that the soil is a home for a variety of organisms. So when we are setting the field at fire, we are killing all these. So what should be done? Instead of burning, these stuff should be retained in the field after harvest. Why? Because these stubs, they minimizes soil erosion and they help in returning the nutrients back in the soil because this is crop residue. After decomposition, it will bring back nutrients to the soil. It also suppresses growth of weeds and it minimizes evaporation. Even scientists are exploring new technology to use these stuffs for the production of biofuel, which can be used instead of petrol to minimize air pollution. So this is the importance of stubs. They should be retained in the field or they should be used for the production of biofuel. Next agriculture practice is threshing. After harvesting of the crop, the process of separating the grains from the cut crop is called threshing. So student, threshing में होता क्या है? ये है cut crop जो फार्मर ने हार्वेस्ट की है. अब इस कट क्रॉप में स्टॉक भी है और ग्रेन कंटेनिंग पार्ट भी है जिसमें बहुत सारे ग्रेन्स हैं. फार्मर को ये ग्रेन्स चाहिए. So what the farmer is doing? He is using one agriculture practice in which he is separating the grains from the cut crop. So during threshing, these grains, they are separated from the cut crop. And how these grains are separated from the cut crop? There are different methods which are adopted by various farmers. The manual method, which is visible in this first picture, where few farmers, they are literally tossing these bundles of mature crop on these drums, and that's how they are separating the grains from the cut crop. On the other hand, we have mechanical method also where machines are used, and this machine is a thresher which is separating the grains from the cut crop. So for threshing also we have two methods, manual method and with the help of thresher which is used by maximum of the farmers. Now students, what is there in farmers field? तो स्टॉक अलग हो गए हैं और जो ग्रेन्स हैं वो एक साथ यहाँ पे इकट्ठे हो गए हैं. Next step, winnowing. You have basic idea about winnowing. After threshing, a lot of chaff also comes along with the grains. This process of separating the grains from the chaff is called winnowing. Chaff is a new term for my students. So let me show you the picture. This is chaff, the basic covering of the grain. That is called chaff. So each grain is covered with the proper covering and that is called chaff. So winnowing is the process of separation of grains from the chaff. And for this, farmer has two methods. One is again a primitive manual method, but it is used by many of the farmers. And second is mechanical winnowing. First is winnowing with the help of wind. हवा से chaff उड़ के दूर चला जाता है और grains पास में इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं. So this is manual method. And we have mechanical method of winnowing also, and this is the machine with the help of which we can separate the chaff from the grains. So this is winnowing. So students, with winnowing, all steps in the process of crop production or farming are over. हमने शुरू किया था प्रेपरेशन ऑफ सॉइल से और उसके बाद हम वहां पहुंच गए हैं कि फार्मर ने वो ग्रेन्स को इकट्ठा कर लिया है. वी हैव सीन द एफर्ट ऑफ द farmer right from preparation of soil to the collection of harvested produce. Collection of harvested produce is a matter of pride and happiness for the farmer. On this occasion, a number of harvest festivals, they are celebrated in different parts of our country. So come on students, we will also see the glimpse and enjoy the beat of these harvest festivals. This was so refreshing. So let me take you to the picture map of steps of crop production again. So students, we have completed up to step number 8 and now step number 9. Step number 9 is actually the management part of the crop production, and here we will come to know about different methods of storage of harvested crop produce. स्टेप नंबर 8 तक तो जो भी एक्टिविटी हो रही है स्टूडेंट्स वो हो रही है फील्ड में, एंड दीज 8 स्टेप्स आर द स्टेप्स ऑफ क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन जहां पे क्रॉप को प्रोड्यूस किया जा रहा है. 9th step is dealing with the management of crop produce, and this is also equally interesting and very important. So the final step in the process of crop production is management of harvested crop produce, and this is also very important and crucial step in the process of crop production. What does storage means? Here storage is with respect to harvested crop produce. So storage means एक ऐसी जगह या एक स्पेशल ऐसा कंटेनर जहां पे हम हार्वेस्टेड क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस को रख दें तो उसके ऊपर इंसेक्ट्स अटैक ना करें, उसका शेल्फ लाइफ वो भी बढ़ जाए. शेल्फ लाइफ क्या होता है? Period or duration for which any crop produce remain edible. What is the need of storage? Crop, it is produced once in a year and it has to be used for next 12 months. So it should be stored properly. Farmer अपने लिए ही crops नहीं produce करता है, वो as cash crop भी produce करता है crop, and farmer is selling it in the ग्रेन मार्केट और वहां से गवर्नमेंट भी इसको बल्क में परचेज करके स्टोर करती है. व्हाई? गवर्नमेंट नीड्स टू कीप अ बफर स्टॉक फॉर इमरजेंसी. किस तरह की इमरजेंसी? सपोज कहीं पे बाढ़ आ गई. एंड अनदर थिंग व्हिच इज करंटली रनिंग एंड इट्स एन इमरजेंसी, दैट इज COVID-19 pandemic. These are certain emergency situations for which government is also keeping a buffer stock of these edible crops and distributing it to the people who need it. Now students, certain points must be kept in mind while storing this harvested crop produce. First point, proper storage vessels should be used. Vessels should be cleaned and got rid of any old grains left that might have insects in it. Second important point. Thirdly, crop produce, which is generally grains, must be sun dried and made free of microbes, insects and rodents. The grains should be periodically inspected after storage in the stores. Storage is not getting over with storage. उसके बाद भी periodically grains को check किया जाता है. Types of storage. I told you some special container चाहिए या place चाहिए. तो what are those? Dry storage. हमने container में अपना pulses है या grains हैं sun dry करके store कर ली. And the second option is cold storage. हमारे पास जितने भी fresh vegetables हैं जिनका shelf life बहुत कम होता है उनको preserve करने के लिए we can keep these in cold storage and it helps in increasing the shelf life of crop produce. Dry storage. Freshly harvested grain crop normally contains more moisture than required for storage. The excess moisture is removed by drying the food grains in the sun. Like here, you can see this is a huge heap of wheat grain, and this is a place called godown or granary in which they have kept it, and it's kept in open as it is for sun drying. So after drying, these grains, they can be packed in gunny bags, in bins, and they can be stored properly. For dry storage, we have two options too. One is granary, another is silos. So these are the two places where we can keep our harvested crop produce, which is of dry type, basically grains. So granaries and silos are very big places जहाँ पे harvested crop produce को store किया जाता है. Granary is a storehouse or godown for threshed grains, weighed and packed in gunny bags. So neat and clean, properly roofed place is a big storehouse for dry storage, and it is called granary. Here, after sun drying, these crops, they are kept in the gunny bags, they are weighed and they are kept in proper order, and they are checked periodically also. So this is granary. Next is silo, SILO. A silo is a structure for storing on a large scale. Students, in this picture, you can see there are 4 silos. So these silos are very huge, especially designed metallic containers which are used to keep grains. ये हमारे किचन में metallic container है to keep our pulses generally. तो इनका कंटेनर कितना बड़ा है? अप टू 3-4 बिल्डिंग्स जिसमें ड्राई ग्रेन्स स्टोर करते हैं. नाउ silos are not only used for storing grains, they are also used for storage of coal, cement, wood chips and food products, sawdust, etc. So these are silos. Silos are specially designed containers, and granaries are specially designed places. बट हमारा एक स्मॉल स्केल फार्मर डिफरेंट स्टेट्स में कैसे अपने हार्वेस्टेड क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस को स्टोर करता है. I also want to show you that for extended learning. And to connect you with the village life, farmers use locally made storerooms or containers to store the harvested crop. So local or traditional granaries are most often made out of mud, clay and thatch. These are 4 typically traditional type of storage structure used in 4 different states of our country for storing the dry crop produce by a small farmer. This is also one smaller version of storage structure which is used in one of the northeast states for storage of dry crop produce. We are through with last 2 steps in the process of crop production. Now it's a bonus time. I'm supplementing this video with these 4 questions. These questions will help you to check your understanding about these steps in the process of crop production. And of course, they are indirectly preparing you for your exams. So now it's time to express our heartfelt gratitude to the farmer for taking up this challenging job as his profession and feeding all of us. Next time, I'm going to take you to the research area and I'm going to introduce to the agriculture scientists who are working in the field and coming up with new and novel varieties of different type of crops. And now it's time to sign out. So it's a bye from your facilitator, Dr. Seema Sharma. Stay tuned to my channel and come up with your observations to make this channel more and more student friendly. Students, if you are liking the content of my videos, then do subscribe to it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Take good care of yourself. Hope to see you soon in my next video. Till then, bye.